guys, it's Jerry and
Chico
back with He Provides, and we're so glad to see you today. Today we wanted to just wanted to discuss some things that we are now doing here. We have taken a turn and we are now doing coupons, and we are actually we're quite loving it. But we want to tell you why we choose to do this, how it's made an impact and a difference in our lives. As you may know, look at me. I am dressed for winter. It has dropped down to 50s here. It was 80 degrees 2 weeks ago, and the high today was 56 degrees. So we are no longer gardening. We are no longer putting forth all the effort with the chickens and all the outside things. So it's time, I believe that God just laid this in our lap at the perfect time, because we don't have all those activities going on all the time outside.
He provides.
So this is where we're at now, and we feel like it's truly been a blessing. So we're just going to discuss why we choose to do this, how this is bettering our lives.
Why we love to coupon.
That's right. And we do love it.
Yes, yes. So, 8 reasons why we love to coupon. I'm going to do the first one. It's strategy. I love the strategy of it. I take time when the grandkids aren't here, or even our kids, where I have some quiet and some peace, and I can get my thought process going, and I put everything out. And the strategy of it is matching the deals with an individual store, with the individual coupons, with the individual rebates. It's a lot of work. It's not, woo, I got a paper coupon, and you run to the closest store and you save big bucks, or you walk out with something free. It doesn't work like that. There's a lot of strategy involved of lining everything up. And when you structure a great deal, huge sense of accomplishment. Yeah. So the strategy, there was a board game that I played when I was a kid. I think it was Stratego. Not sure the name. I maybe should have looked it up. But the board game was a map of the world, and you had the different players had different armies, and you would advance and you would take land, and it's the same thing, only it's real life. It's coupons and it's money, and I'd rather give them paper out of the newspaper and keep my dollars in my pocket. So it is a battle, it is a war, and we're going to win.
Of course he's going to turn coupons into a war.
And we're going to win.
Holy Chico. Alright, second thing is our pennies matter.
No,
oh, sorry, I skipped mine. Sorry. Prepper needs. We here for many years have had a prepper mindset. Now we don't go extreme like some. Honestly, and we've talked about this in earlier videos, we do not have the amount of space that we need to do that.
And I lack some skills.
Yeah, we both do. Me more so than Chico, but we honestly don't have the amount of space. But we can still use our coupons and the deals, like Chico said, and I believe it's more of a puzzle than a battle, just to try and fit all the pieces together to complete it. But we can use our coupons for Band-Aids, gauzes, Epsom salt. We've used them for like witch hazel and alcohol, peroxide, all kinds of things.
Pain meds.
Yeah, pain meds. Lots of stuff that you wouldn't think to use coupons for prepping.
Anti-diarrheal medicine. Seriously.
Mm-hmm. So there's lots of things. Sunscreen. You can do sunscreen, and the list goes on and on. You'll see occasionally the wraps in case that something was sprained. You can use those.
Yeah. So, and we did a video recently about how our couponing is helping us to fulfill those needs. How about this? How about I link it right there? Okay. Number 3, pennies matter. Literally, pennies matter. And to me, that's hugely important. I see lots of people that they'll just throw their change away, or they'll get overcharged $1 It's something that, don't worry about it. No, that's a bad idea. Pennies matter. You structure these deals, and if things don't line up, it can screw your whole deal up, and you can end up spending money that you shouldn't. And I think the mindset that goes with this, the pennies matter, might go a long way to keep us all out of debt. And we've talked before, debt is a bad thing. So, some of the people that I've learned from in this couponing journey, some of these people get right down mad dog mean if you charge them 20 cents too much. That may sound extreme to some, but no, I get it. Pennies matter. Every penny matters on every single deal, and that's how you get to the end of the journey and you've got more in your pocket than you left laying on the counter. Pennies matter.
Number 4 is donations. Anybody that knows me knows that I love to give. So this is one way that I can give and us still stay in budget. So let's say that it is that I find somebody, work or family or something that needs, they need shampoo, or not even if they need, say they moved into a new house, a baby. I can take our supplies that we have, I can do a basket, I can give them. Honestly, if our kids show up and, and talking, hey, they don't have any dish liquid, I can bless them with dish liquid.
Or a fire.
True.
Or somebody that just got out of prison.
And there's also, we are, I guess, not involved with at this moment, but we have been in the past, so we know what's out there in our community. There are groups that take up for veterans, churches that take up for the prison ministry, people that for burned out, all kinds of things. And every once in a while, there's this awesome site that we have in our community called Hand Up OC. They'll tell what they need, and if we have it, then we're more likely to give it if we haven't had to break our backs to make sure that we have those items.
Or if we don't need it ourselves.
True. So it's a blessing that we get to give back what we have.
The next one might be my personal favorite.
He's going to go on a rant.
Sticking it to the man. I'm telling you. No, seriously, here's the deal. Here's the deal. Major corporations, in my opinion, run most of our country. They make most of our decisions. They're the ones that write the bills and hand it to the politicians, and they call it lobbying, and they give them a big stack of money. They're the ones really running the place. But any corporation that can summarily hand out 20 and 30% discounts and still make a profit and still keep the board happy and the profit margins up, their profit margins way up. So, and they have a lot of power and a lot of influence, and they kind of, to an extent, kind of control our life. So, if I can do some strategy and I can put in some time and I can structure some deals and I can go in and I can get this thing that they're charging somebody else $15 for, and I can get it for $1.49, I'm sticking it to the man. I like it.
He's sad. He's so sad. Okay, help our own. We have, and I'm sure that you guys know by now and you're tired of hearing it, but we have 4 fabulous kids. We have 5 fantastic, beautiful grandchildren. We want to be able to help them. We want to be able to, with what we have now, they can walk in here and they can get discounted items that they're in need of. The shampoos, we have 3 girls, 4 granddaughters. Imagine the shampoo and conditioner we're going through. We are able to help our own. We're able to help our family, my parents, who we've talked about, that are getting up in age. We're able to help them. We're able to take them things that we weren't able to do months ago.
We're able to do some of their shopping for them, and the way we do things, they get more for less.
Yeah.
We are able to help them stretch their spending dollars. Where a year ago or 6 months ago, they would just go to the closest store and spend whatever the price was. Now, because we're so involved with this, we can make their dollars go further, and we can also work with our kids and help them make their dollars go further.
Another thing is Christmas. I love Christmas, and as my last one I said, I love to give. So I always want to go overboard, and Chico's always got the budget in the brain. So almost every year there's a conflict between what I want to give, because giving equals spending, and what he wants to spend. This year there's not going to be a conflict. We have such a great store up, and as we started months ago, as we begin to do this, as we bought and we've stored and we've got such great deals, I'm thinking as we bring it through the house, okay, this can go for Christmas, this can go for Christmas. So we're not going to have that struggle this year. You hear that? We're not going to have that struggle this year. So it's another way. Make your pennies count. Stretch it. You can get more for less. And I don't see, it is time consuming. I think that's the only downfall that we've ran into at this point is it's time consuming. But it's worth the time.
Absolutely.
It is absolutely worth the time.
Number 7. Couponing. Here, let me throw this out first. Number 7. When we first started couponing and we did some videos, really the only negative thing that we heard is, yeah, but most of the food that you can get couponing is processed food. And you're right. You don't see you may not see any coupons for fresh organic kale or organic carrots or any of that. We do get a few small rebates on produce, but not many coupons. So those of you that said that, you're absolutely correct. Most of the food items are processed food. But here's the thing. Big picture thinking, if I can cut our overall grocery bill by 40 to 60%, think about the cash that frees up that we can now spend on organic vegetables. Or just, even if you're not into organics, just carrots and kale and apples and bananas and salad mix and on, cabbage and cauliflower, like that. Or we've got chickens, but if you don't have chickens, ours ain't laying yet, they better start. But but it frees up cash so we can kick it up a notch and buy free range eggs. It also frees up money for entertainment. Yeah. Sometimes the budget's tight and there's no money for entertainment. But if we can cut 40 to 60% of our grocery bill out, there might be a few bucks for a movie or a trip to Conner Prairie or, yeah. So, doing this frees up cash. When we can save money on a lot of the stuff that we have always bought and always will, cheese, for example. I love cheese, you know that. When I can save 40, 50, 60% of what I normally spend on cheese, I can now buy that bunch of kale and not worry about it. Or I can go to that movie. Or I can buy my wife 25-cent flip-flops like you've seen in the Honey of a Hall video.
That's right. And last but not least, I'm going to tell you a story.
Quit hitting the table.
Oh, sorry. A brief story. So last night, I went with my sister-in-law, who I dearly love, and we got what we call them deals. And they are a deal. You've got to put the right coupons with the right sale, and it takes Chico hours each week, and it takes my sister-in-law hours each week. But she invited me to go, and she already had coupons she wasn't going to use. And between the store coupons and the digitals, I was able to get 2 fabric softeners and a laundry detergent, are you ready? For 66 cents. It was a major high to do that. To know that you did it fair and square. You know, I didn't cheat anybody. Everything was totally okay with it. Even the lady who checked us out said she had already done the deal that morning. So she was excited that we were taking advantage of this as well. And I we just went to Dollar General. We were gone less than a half an hour, but I'm telling you, I was so ecstatic that I was able to get all of that for 66 cents.
I was pretty excited when she got home too.
Yeah, I spent 66 cents. That's a big deal that I would only spend 66 cents.
Yeah.
So it is a rush. It's I think it's great. I'm a shopper, so this truly helps fulfill a need.
Desire.
No, yeah, I was going to say that's not a need. It's a want. But I feel good when we can go to the store and we can buy I've got more makeup now than I've ever had because we're getting it at a discount price. More hair color than I've ever had stocked up. It's a discount price.
Right.
And we don't argue anymore about it because he doesn't feel like he's being cheated out of it. So for us, this is a win-win situation.
One of the Facebook groups that I'm joining to learn some things off of, one guy calls it legal stealing. I thought that was hilarious. So that is our 8 reasons on why we love to coupon. And I hope you love it too. If you're not doing it, I kind of hope you start. Anytime you can keep the dollars in your pocket and keep them out of the corporate bank accounts, I think it's good for our world. So you can find us across social media at He Provides Homestead. We appreciate your involvement.
Absolutely.
Please leave a comment. Tell us what you think. Do you comment? Did you used to comment? Would you
Not comment.
No, coupon. Do you coupon? Did you used to coupon?
Yeah.
Would you like to start couponing? Tell us about your good experiences, your bad experiences.
Good deals.
Yeah. Tell us how you slayed it, how you walked out with 27 items and paid 27 cents. It happens. I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Anything else to say?
Nope. Godspeed.
Thanks, guys. Godspeed.